Hello, what's up again, guys? This is Oracle Ninjas Education again. I'm still in Adamas University and I'm here with another sir who has an expertise in the field of environmental science. So, hello, sir.
Hello.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Give your introduction to the audience, sir.
Yeah, I am Dr. Prantik Banerjee. I am an assistant professor of environmental science at the Adamas University. We have BSc Environmental Science as well as MSc Environmental Science programs in our university.
Okay. The subject environmental science, like we used to study when we were in the school time, and
Right.
after passing like class 10, I went for commerce. So that subject has been long gone from my mind. But after talking with you again, that topic came to my mind,
Right.
and a little bit I can recall what
Okay.
we were being taught. So I just want to ask that what's the demand and scope of environmental
In fact,
science?
Before I get into the answer, I can tell you that even you can be in the domain of in the field of environmental
Yeah, I can relate.
science.
Yeah, I can. And
You can work in the field of environmental science from a commerce background. I'll get into it later on.
Okay,
Firstly,
sure.
as a profession, right? You want to know how important it is as a profession.
yeah, demand and scope.
Now, any profession will excel if and only if there are problems in that profession. I'll be very simple. Say, for example, magically, there are no diseases affecting the humans. Suddenly, we all are free of all diseases. Do you think the doctors will have their jobs?
No.
No. Say, all of us, we have no legal problems. No one commits any crime, no one commits any forgery. Everything is done very transparently, very honestly, with integrity. Do you think the lawyers will have their jobs, will have their profession?
Absolutely no.
Right. So any profession will only excel if there are problems in that profession. Now, if I just again tell you,
Yes.
you go out of the auditorium of this Indo Stadium, and you just have a look 360 degree around you. The problems you will encounter, the problems you will face, you will observe, will have something to do with the environment. Either you are feeling the heat because of the environment, or you are doing something which is affecting the environment, right? Just because of the fact that there are so many problems around us regarding the environment. There are extreme weather conditions, there are pollution related problems, there are pollution related health problems, there is decrease in biodiversity. Again, since we are hampering biodiversity, diseases like COVID are affecting us. All the problems which we face right now, climate change, global warming, disease, name it, name anyone, have something to do with the environment. So in near future, the industry says there will be 20 to 25% year-on-year increase in demand for environmental science specialists. US Labor Bureau, they have estimated that environmental science is the fastest growing domain across the world. It's 6% more than AI. Simply because there are so many problems to solve rather, not to do, so many things to undo, which we have been doing for the past, say, 200, 300 years.
Yes, sir.
And as I said, even you can enter the domain of environmental science. Have you heard, let me ask you,
Sure,
have
sir.
you heard something called sustainability?
Yes.
You have.
It's about how to use your resources
Right.
efficiently and effectively.
Right. And have you heard something called ESG?
ESG.
Yeah. If you just Google
No,
it,
sir.
ESG stands for Environmental Social Governance.
Okay.
You have definitely heard of the Sensex?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, being a student of commerce, you know what Sensex is.
Yes, sir.
You know what SEBI is?
Yes, sir.
Securities and Exchange
Yeah.
Board of
it's
India.
a regulatory body for
Right,
stock
right.
market.
According to SEBI, the top 100 companies of India, based on market cap, the top 100 companies of India, they have to have ESG rating. That is environmental social governance rating.
Okay. If
You have
that-
heard something. If you have ESG investments. Now, why is ESG rating important? Because a company, say Maruti, just as an example, I am not naming any company for any other reason. Say in large car company, what it does, it produces cars. It takes the raw materials from the natural resources, so it's affecting the environment. It is producing something which is water intensive, using up water, using up energy, and then producing something which in turn is producing some pollution. So all these will add up to its environmental footprint. What the company is doing to reduce the footprint, how socially important the company is, how it treats the local society around it.
Yes.
How transparent, honest, and free of corruption its governance is. all these will actually add up to its share price. And in near future, any company to be listed in the NSE or the BSE, they have to have ESG. So where do you think so many professionals will come from? From the field of environmental science.
Yeah, environmental science not also like just focus on like getting the better of the environment, but also on the malpractices of an industry.
Exactly. Now this subject, say 40 years back, this subject was actually more of activism. You would find several social activists, political activists. They are protesting against pollution or against cutting down trees, deforestation. Then it actually transferred from activism to academics, where academic research, academic excellence was there to be seen. Now it has transferred from academics to almost all the sectors around us. Our alumni, they are working in power sector. They are working in as I said, they are working in S&P Global. S&P Global is the company which controls the Sensex. It's S&P Sensex right now. Right? They control the S&P 500 index in US. It's S&P index. Our ex-student works in S&P Global. They work in the power sector. They work in EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment. For any industry to come up, it has to an EIA study done. So across many disciplines, they can work in the field of ecology, they can work in the field of conservation, they can work in the field of marine biology, they can work in the field of even agricultural chemistry. So there are, a huge plethora of subjects where they can get into after studying environmental science. It's an interdisciplinary course, program, interdisciplinary field of study, where several disciplines are blended in to help the candidate to work in a diverse field of areas depending on his or her interest.
Can you name some more renowned companies which come for as a recruiter for environmental?
Okay, two of our students, they are going for internship to Tata Power next month.
Okay,
in Mumbai. If they do well, according to our agreement, if they perform well, they can be absorbed. Okay. So as I said, they can work in the power sector, they work in various fields.
And what's the placement records in environmental
Almost
science?
100%, 99%.
Like 100% like placement assurance, but it depends on the students how to grab that opportunity, right?
It's an interesting statistical data that the number of companies, they exceed the number of students for environmental science.
Okay. So
if there are 10 students,
lots of bright students.
Maybe there are 11 companies coming in. As I said, because there is severe dearth of candidates. The companies are there, they are waiting, they are eager to take in students, but there are no students in the market. So they have diversified field to go, and there is very less competition.
As much as there have been big impact in the demand of engineer, there is also huge demand of environmental scientists.
As I said, it's the fastest growing domain as per US Labor Bureau. They are encouraging students, the United States of America, they are encouraging students to get into this field. Okay. According to World Economic Forum, the biggest problems affecting the humans, they have listed 10 problems, 6 out of those are from environmental field. So as I said, several problems to solve, and you need people.
Yes, sir.
You need bright girls, bright boys to work in the domain.
Yes, sir. Even like in Australia also, there always like wildfire is always happens, right?
Exactly.
There, right? Because of the ecological nature, it's not like man-made.
Very recently, a large company, large Indian conglomerate, I won't name any company, they tried to make a port in Australia because of environmental reasons. They were not abiding by the Australian laws, so they had to change their entire plan because the laws are pretty stringent there.
Yeah, even like a few of the projects started off like covering all the Australian desert with plantation, with vegetation, greenery, but it's not possible because of the the conditions there.
Exactly. Our good old Sundarbans, they actually protect us from the cyclones from Bay of Bengal. They protect West Bengal. You would find Andhra Pradesh getting affected, you would find Odisha getting affected, you would find Bangladesh getting affected, but West Bengal, which is in between Odisha and Bangladesh, it is protected by the mangroves.
Yes,
if
sir.
you don't protect it, we are gone.
And sir, one out of the box question.
Yeah, sure.
Is that many of the people claim that afforestation is the solution to stop global warming, but going through some of the documentaries, I have found that even the Turkey the Turkey Prime Minister or the Indian Prime Minister started a movement of planting around millions of trees. And among those millions of trees, only 2% trees were successful and other 98% trees failed. And even the experts has been claiming that afforestation is not the actual solution to stop global warming. And even though you plant trees anywhere, you have to see all the conditions are met, because any type of trees or any type of plants won't grow in a specific area because the vegetation obviously matches, right, sir?
Exactly.
So, what do you say about that, sir?
So, I'll give a very simple analogy in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Right. Say a person who is suffering from severe malnutrition.
Yes, sir.
He or she did not have anything to eat, anything to drink. For such a person, water and ORS, they are important. But are these the only things which are to be given to the person?
No,
No.
they require lots of like magnesium.
And the water, that has to be pure, of course.
Yes, sir.
That must not be contaminated. Similarly, yes, afforestation is the first step, but that's not the only step one, and that has to be technically correct. As you said very correctly, that you have to plant native trees. Say you are planning for afforestation in a district of West Bengal, say in North Bengal. So when performing afforestation in, say, Darjeeling, would you plant trees which are found in Bankura or Purulia? Right?
Won't support.
Exactly. And when you are doing afforestation in Purulia or West Midnapur, you won't plant trees which are found in Australia. So afforestation should be done with native plants. Number one. Two, afforestation must be done in a deforested area only. Afforestation should be done in a deforested area. For example, Rajasthan. It's a traditional desert. You just cannot simply go and do afforestation there.
Yes.
That will change the entire local climate of northern India as a whole.
Yes, sir.
That will change the monsoon of the entire Indian subcontinent. So afforestation is to be done in a deforested area only, where there were trees, right? Not in a desert. You won't do afforestation in the North Pole or the South Pole, because those are cold deserts.
Yes, sir.
Not in Ladakh, but in Bengal or in Karnataka or in Maharashtra, where there are forests. Number one. And number two, afforestation is the first step, but not the only step. There is a term called habitat reclamation. Habitat reclamation. You are reclaiming the entire lost habitat. So trees will be important, soil quality will be important. The trees won't live if there are no insects or other animals who will do the pollination for them, who will disperse the seeds for them. So the entire balance is to be reclaimed.
Yes, sir.
So habitat reclamation is a very, very important field now across the globe. And there are, thousands of workers working in such field, and there is requirement for a huge manpower in this domain across the globe, as I said.
Okay, sir.
So you see people going down deep into the sea or in the forest in the channels like National Geographic or Discovery.
Yes, sir.
Environmental science is the pathway to those disciplines.
Yes, sir. Every field has its own significance, and
Right.
environmental science is also a very interesting field. So if any students interested in pursuing environmental science can directly contact me on the number given in the description or the WhatsApp link. And I hope sir has given each and everything you guys needed to know. And if there are any inquiries or doubts regarding this field, you can contact me. And thank you, sir, for the time and consideration.
Thank you again.
I appreciate it.